Hello, everybody. This is me, and this is Martel, also with the brother, the sister, as well as the recording artist, K-Bridge. Right now, we're just doing an audio broadcast because we pretty much nearly got stranded tonight, and this is becoming a crisis all of a sudden if you don't have reliable transportation in America, you know. And I'm going to do an episode on Harvard University and broke grad students. You know, that was actually interesting. That America is completely broke. Supposed to be a rich nation, but anyways, talk about non-reliable transportation, which we're very thankful for as we able to get home. And so it's baffling that, you know, let's say in order to get a car, you need a job. In order to get a job, yeah, it's a crisis because, well, let's be realistic. The reason I kind of nearly gave up looking for work because, well, you just tired of getting rejected. It's negative. Let's get the negatives out the way. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know people that can refer you in, you have connections and jobs and so forth. And how you supposed to get a job if you're not, you know, if you don't have no referral. And I know I'm supposed to go to these, you know, I'm just tired of going on these, you know, work programs, temp services. I say I can't survive off this. What's that?
So if you work for something.
Yeah, but all that here in America, if you don't have a network or support system, you SOL basically, you know. And trust me, you know, I applied for 1,000 jobs the last couple of years. I haven't applied for this year because I know all the time I got rejected, you know what I'm saying? And before anybody could say, oh, you just gotta keep pushing, like how long can you get tired of being rejected, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going nowhere, you know. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm being a douchebag or anything, forgive me. I'm not saying this to be negative or anything. I'm not saying this at all. In this voice audio broadcast, it's a real life scenario. In order to get credit, you know, maintain credit, you need a JOB. You know, let's keep it obvious here. You know, me and my partner, sister as well, the brother, like, we also doing audition. We're doing auditioning, acting, recording, dancing, singing, and so forth, you know. So I know I gotta do that in 2 months from now, and then we gotta talk getting fundraisers pretty soon. It's just such a mess, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing in America. If you don't know people, you're screwed basically, you know. And you don't want to burn your good bridge. You don't want to burn good graces or burn a bridge. You know, you don't want to look like a beggar out here, you know. So I understand why people are so hesitant or reluctant to ask for help. And I understand, you know. In America, it's all matter who you know, they get your foot in the door, not what you know, you know. It's really that bad in America that how the hell Harvard University, there's some broke grad students, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying to be spiteful or anything. These people are very intelligent, intellectual beings, you know what I'm saying? PhD kind of level, you know. That's something ironically my ladies had that kind of qualifications, you know. I didn't even have a college education background, you know, let alone anything. But enough about me. Yeah, like we talk about non-reliable transportation, you know what I'm saying, and that all requires a job, you know, and connections. And since I don't have either or, you know what I'm saying, and here's the thing in America though, you can't always rely on people. You can't rely on the system or the people. You know, so what people got attitudes or people got problems or people refuse to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to be disrespectful, mind me. Please. You know what I'm saying? We're not sound here to sound negative, bitter, but I want you to face reality. If people are not social, when people talk and ban social media, now let's be realistic. It is over dramatic, but I will say this. It's a life and death crisis without social media. I have no friends. There's no so-called social worker, case workers, or these useless people. You know what I'm saying? That's how nasty the scenario can get really quick. You know what I'm saying? And these idiots in America, especially the old washed-up politicians, and now talking on banning TikTok and now social media, censorship. You know, America sounds like Nazi Germany. It's turned to China for all something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being xenophobic, but let's put that aside. America is censoring people. You know what I'm saying? Especially our lives, you know. And there is no, you know what I'm saying, Americans are not very sociable in nature, you know what I'm saying, unless you about politics and nonsense. And I'm not a dogmatic kind of person. I'm not for dogmatism. But here's the reality. If you don't believe in religion, you don't believe in politics, you don't, participate in ignorance and buffoonery, you're going to suffer, you know what I'm saying? And especially, I got social anxiety disorder. And I hate to make videos about this. And I know it's been kind of dreadful to make. And, I try to be optimistic, but just imagine decades, these programs refusing to help people. It's a shameful. I have to admit this in the audio broadcast. It's a shameful to admit with a disability. And programs refuse to help people with disabilities. So I had to sell my plasma because you can't survive off of food stamps. Let's just be real in America. You cannot in any circumstance survive on food stamps at all. And I hate when people start recognizing, I say you're a worthless caseworker. And I literally say dead in their face, that stuff is trash. Like, I say, hey, give me a job, give me some recommendations, give me some referrals, give me connections, give me something to work with. I almost had to almost got into a job coach. It's literally that bad in America. We had to argue with job coach. I said, if I don't want this job, why? There's people who gave up, and I understand why people are giving up, looking for work. Why would they want to look for a job constantly dealing with rejections? That even if you get approved for a job, you can't be friends with people on the workforce. You know what I'm saying? Oops. Unless they go out their way. And here's the problem in America. People don't go out their way for others. If they do, it'd be like a complete miracle if they do. But here's the problem. You don't want to burn your own bridges. You know what I'm saying? You want to burn good graces. Oops. I'm just being real. I'm just being real with the audience. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it is very negative, If you don't know people or people are not interested, they're not engaging to talk to. Especially, I hate to say this in America. Yeah, with this Me Too movement, you can't talk to no woman here while we're going to prison. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Ain't that right? You can't talk to nobody, these kind of people. Am I right, K-Bridge? Say something real quick.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, what to do if you don't have no network and no support and no connections? What you gotta say to that?
What's up? What's up?
If you have no friends, no connections, and no networks,
we're lost.
Say it loud.
Well, we're lost.
We'll be lost, saying. And that's the problem, And the reason I have to make this video about non-reliable bus transportation, because, very thankful we're able to get home. Despite we're getting stranded. But this happened before last week or so. And now we forced, we had to learn how to drive now, And that's the extra debt we can't even afford, but we ain't got no choice but to go into more debt. America's a nation of debt, And I know this too. It's like an acquired money, so it takes money to make money, And it's a nasty, catch-22 scenario that, buses stop running at a certain time. So, the cabs a certain time. Oops. Ubers and Lyft stop running at a certain time, Yeah. So we're not saying this to be intentionally come off negative. We try to find solutions, but that requires people, you know what I'm saying? So what to do with the people not interested, Trust us, we tried for ourselves for like 20-something years, not to, doing music, doing, content and so forth, But I'm also looking forward to start acting seriously, performing seriously, is our goal and our dream. But we can't deal with the average, Joe Smoes. We can't deal with the plain Janes with no personalities, no talents, no nothing. We're not saying to be spiteful or anything. Martell and Keith is out.